All right, using this shovel, I was able to lay down the foundation right through the center of the yurt. Hopefully this will hold. It's just buried in the dirt about 8 inches, 10, maybe 6 inches, not that deep. The plan is to make it stronger as it sends out the beams to hit the side beams there. The structure becomes stronger as more and more is added to it. But by itself, it's still kind of weak. So once I start attaching all the cross beams and stuff, it should start to become a lot stronger. At least that's the plan. It is fairly tall. You can see here, very tall up there. And I'm just hoping that it'll be at least as good as Yurt 2.0, but it should be better because I'm planning on using more wood and not using the cheap tarp, Dollar Tree tarp. So let's continue building. We're going to try to put up some of the cross beams, the side beams there, and then run some of the cross beams up across. Unlike previously where I just kind of zip tied everything, this time I am screwing things into place. I basically drilled a hole, screwed this in with I think a 3 or 4 inch screw, and I'm going to do the same up there. I may nail it in or screw it in depending. I'm going to go ahead and try to drill a hole and then drill it through to hold it into place, so this is going to be a lot more stable than previously. Even though honestly the previous version didn't really have issues. You know, it stayed up. It was actually intact for what, 2 years almost. So we'll go ahead and try it this time. I'm going to go ahead and drill holes up there and then run the screws in, see if we get this framework here stabilized at least. All right, I've put in 2 of the rafters. I didn't really line it up here. Things aren't exactly measured. This yurt's going to be one of those Tim Burton yurts. Everything's not exactly equal or even vertical. Tried to make it as vertical as possible. I eyeballed it. And of course not building the whole thing all at once. I'm building it section by section. So we're going to try to maybe put one more beam up through there. And then that'll give us what, 30% of the yurt, 25%? Less than 25%. 20% of the yurt will be done. And then we just need to put up the other walls and also get some more pallets so we can lay out the rest of the structure. But at least this way I can start to lay things out and at least try to put a roof up and have some kind of dry area here where I can store things. Otherwise everything's going to get all wet and ruined out of here. So that's the plan. We'll see what happens. Alright, we're near the end of day 2's build. And you can see we've got 3 of the rafters up. Going to add some more. I think I'm going to go ahead and add the rafters that go across this way on the outer edge to strengthen it and then call it a day because it is starting to get dark. Unlike in the previous build where we just stuck the cross beams across and then just nailed them into place haphazardly, this time I am actually going to measure it and try to get it to line up and set it going up vertical so this is a thin piece. It's only like half an inch wide or 3/4 of an inch wide. But we're going to try to line it up and then nail it into place just to hold it, and hopefully as you nail more and more of them it becomes a lot more stable. But the idea is to get the roof line even so that when I put the roof on it'll actually be even, so it's not going to be like haphazard like before, because we're actually going to try to build it this time instead of just using frond leaves and, you know, just not really adequate building equipment or building materials. So this time we're going to recycle the wood that we can from Yurt 2.0, and if I get some money I will go ahead and spend a little bit to try to get a couple more of these thin cheap little I don't know, they're like half an inch wide. They're not too expensive. I think each one is like $1 or maybe $1.20 or 90 cents or something. So I will get a whole bunch of these and then try to put them up along the roof to make the roof a lot more stable, a lot stronger than before and neater. In the meantime, we are using the leftovers from the previous yurt. Whatever I can salvage, I am salvaging, even though the wood's kind of bad, but it doesn't matter. This is only meant to last temporarily, maybe 1 year or 2 years at the most. It'll probably be destroyed very soon. But we're going to go ahead and build it anyways, just for practice, as well as having a little place to hang out. So let me continue, and I'm going to go ahead and drill holes and get that stabilized.